We kick things off by grinding fresh alligator meat right into the grinder and into a bowl it goes. Then I add some ground pork to bring that richness. Next, it's all about the aromatics. I finally dice up some shallots, and you guys know I gotta have shallots in my recipes. It's just something that I enjoy. I love the flavor of it, that garlicky, oniony flavor. It's delicious. A red bell pepper is going to be next that I'm going to dice up. And I want to keep everything as uniform as possible because when we work on the alligator and the pork, we want to make sure that those bites are really good sizes, okay? So I'm going to dice up this red bell pepper really fine, and then I'm going to quickly follow that guy up with a poblano pepper. This is not one that I use often, but I absolutely love the flavor of poblano peppers. I mean, one of my favorite peppers. So you get that diced up, and then we get that crunchy celery all diced up as well. And you're gonna split that guy right down the middle and just make some even slices after getting it exactly where you want it into the right size, okay? Then I heat up my hex class pan, and I'm gonna add some avocado oil to it. And we're gonna put this on a medium high heat, okay? And you wanna get the oil swirled around the pan so it coats the bottom evenly. And then we're gonna add in the meat. The alligator and the pork hits the pan, and we're off to the races now, folks. I mean, just listen to that sizzle. Love that. And then we start to layer in the flavor. So we want to start to get this browned up, and I'm going to use my potato masher because to me, that's the best utensil to use to get the meat the right consistency. Because you almost want it like taco meat. So you want to season it with some salt and some pepper. You're also going to add some of that true granola seasoning. Look, y'all need to make sure you go support this guy. Get his seasoning. Check him out on TikTok, okay? Then I'm going to add in a little bit of Slappy Mama. I like the combination of the two. The flavor profile is on point, I'm telling you. And once I started cooking this, I realized I was missing an ingredient. This was just screaming for some cumin. And of course, you know we have to have some smoked paprika. So I added the smoked paprika, and I followed that up quickly with the cumin. I just think cumin has kind of a really interesting flavor, and it just worked really well in this particular dish. And then, like I said, we're building flavor at this point. We want to continue to mash the meat down so we get that right consistency. And I'm telling you, the way it smells right now, it is just unbelievable how delicious this smells. And the crazy part is, my older brother, I could not keep him out of the kitchen, okay? So throughout the process while I'm doing this, he was in the kitchen the entire time. So now I added my veggies, my shallots, my bell pepper, the poblano pepper, and of course the celery. And we want to get that all incorporated with that meat. And man, I'm telling you, it's everything is working well. To get additional flavor and some richness, I went ahead and added a quarter stick of butter, okay? Not the whole thing, just a little bit of butter for some richness. And I just want to get that incorporated and cooked down into the meat. That's going to also help the veggies cook as well. So we want to get that incorporated really nicely. Then I added a little bit of garlic paste, and I know you guys were probably surprised you didn't see me add a ton of garlic to this one. So I just chose to go with garlic paste, and we want to get that quickly mixed in because everything is cooking so well right now. You want to add in a little bit of a dry oregano, and then also some crushed red pepper flakes, okay? And I love that spice of the crushed red pepper flakes. I'm also going to add in later on a little bit of chili powder, and right now I'm adding that tomato paste. And I wanted some type of tomato background, just a little bit in this, because like I said, I was trying to build the the flavor profiles in this one. There's the chili powder being added in, and then the final seasoning to me that was needed was a little bit of allspice and some cinnamon. Okay, so I combined the two of them together and added it in, and this filling is done. Now we got to make the aioli. Okay, so as part of the challenge that my brother put together, he said the empanadas had to come with a garlic aioli. So I decided to go with a roasted garlic aioli. Okay, so we're gonna put this into the air fryer, and we're gonna set it at 350 degrees for 20 minutes in the air fryer. Okay, I use my air fryer every single day, y'all. So if y'all don't have one and you need a good recommendation for one, I'm telling you, the Ninja one is on point. Now I'm gonna add in 2 egg yolks to my food processor, a squeeze of some lemon juice, and of course we're gonna add in all of that roasted garlic. And then we're just gonna pulse that for a little bit, okay? And you wanna make sure that you start to get that garlic to break down in the food processor. And this is a process thing right here. You wanna just take your time. Add some salt and pepper, and then for a little bit of a kick, I added some Tonys to this one, okay? And I wanted to switch it up. Instead of going with my boy True Nola, I was gonna add some Tonys. And then you wanna go ahead and pulse this and blend it until you reach the right consistency, and you're gonna add in some avocado oil as you go. And you just wanna stream it in, and it's gonna start to thicken. And I'm telling you, this garlic aioli, you could even say roasted garlic aioli, was perfect. I added in some fresh chives. I tasted it to make sure it was delicious, and it's going to be a perfect complement to this empanada. Now let's put these empanadas together. My brother was nice enough to go ahead and get me some empanada dough, so I didn't have to try to make the dough myself. I added in the filling into the press, and then followed by a combination of pepper jack cheese and some Kobe jack cheese. And then you want to press them together, and there you have it. I'm telling you, look at that. This little device was perfect, and it made for easy work as I went ahead and made these empanadas. And what I did, I just took my knife and cut off the top, so that way we didn't have that excess dough. And then we're going to drop these bad boys into 350 degree oil, and at the perfect temperature, and then you want to get them browned up. And I shallow fried them. I didn't deep fry them, but then you just, you flip them, of course, and they came out absolutely perfect. I mean, just look at that. Oh man, these are on point. I enjoyed the challenge of him coming up with this idea, but I was ready for this one. So I encourage you guys, don't judge a book by its cover, guys. Make these alligator empanadas.
All right, let's go, birthday boy. What do you think?
Alligator Empanadas. You gotta try this. Oh my God, this is wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you, brother.
Enjoy it.
Man.
This right here is so good. And this dipping sauce is different. It's tasty. And I'm telling y'all, y'all gotta try to make this. Alligator empanadas. Let me just go ahead and say it. Alligator empanadas. And as I always say, on to the next one. Oh man.